Nation, welcome back for yet another live show. We're cooking and kicking today. Hope everybody is having a good time. Down in the basement, I've had my coffee. Everything is good. Everything is well. Hope you all are doing great. Look at some stuff we've got cooking back here. Got our microphone. Look, I got one of these screens. I don't know what it does. Maybe a Hodgepodge Channel podcast coming in the future. I'm not so sure. I haven't decided if that's going to be a thing or not. You all tell me if I should or not. Okay. So according to the thumbnail, we are here to unbox some stuff. It's pretty much going to be episode 1 Star Wars stuff. And it's going to be some Masters of the Universe stuff. So I've got a collection that came in last week. The seller that I bought it from ran out of these priority boxes that are like this. And so he had to go, when he made a trip to the post office, he had to drop off some of them and then sent me some. So this is the end of a lot I bought off of Whatnot. So without further ado, that knife. Crocodile Dundee even be happy with that knife. Weirdly enough, inside of this box, I'm really not gonna. That's the shipping. I'm gonna put that over here because I don't. This to me is gonna be a surprise. So I am just pretty sure there's Masters of the Universe and there's some Star Wars stuff. Maybe. I don't really know which is which and what is what. But let's see. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, so kind of like last video, we're going to knock some of this stuff out. We're going to bring some of it out. I'm going to leave Masters of the Universe stuff in the box. I'm going to take out the carded figures and see which ones we can add to the wall over here. This is going to be the fun part, is I can actually look over there and job of getting something different or not. All of these are individually wrapped, which looks good. I can already tell you I don't have this guy. So, we're going to go episode 1, Yoda. I always liked this Yoda with the council chair. I like the gray-haired kind of looking of Yoda. I always thought that was kind of cool. So, look at that. Bam. 1 for 1. Good times. Where can I put these? Back here, maybe? What's the chances they fall? Probably pretty good. All right, let's look at the next one. I saw who it was. All right, 2 for 2. Bad thing about doing these is I have no recollection of what I got. All right, C-3PO. Let me tell you a little bit about this. When I was younger, when this movie came out, I hated everything about this C-3PO. I hated the look. I hated that he was naked. However, I did love the fact that I didn't understand or know, but it was real cool to see how C-3PO came about. So in my older days, this is a good figure. So we're 2 for 2 with figures we don't have. Let's try number 3. Oh, 3 for 3. All right. 3 for 3. Card is a little bended, but guess who doesn't care? We've got Darth Sidious. Can't have episode 1 without him. One cool thing that I've also picked up is my Star Wars 3rd edition of these figures that I'm going to need to kind of go through. And if you need a Star Wars guide, dude, this thing is packed to the gilt. It's probably a little bit outdated. This thing, this is the 3rd edition. This came out in 2005. So almost 20 years old is this Star Wars guide. So the new Star Wars guide's this thick instead of just this thick. But it's got like bottle caps and stuff that's in it. And if like China, look over here. There's like plates, China and stuff. And it goes up until 2005, lightsabers, vehicles, toys, posters, cards, autographs, t-shirts, Pez dispensers, snacks. That's a Lay potato chip. Mugs. And Star Wars has so much that it's kind of cool. This is kind of neat because it's got the books, it's got the figures, it's really got everything that you need. And so for me, I am not going to be a completist, but what I am going to do is start marking off the Star Wars Episode 1. So that way at least I could look at this and say, hey, I've got that one, don't need to buy it, because I would like to have one of every character. Now, as I'm looking through here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 just Darth Mauls. I don't need 7 Darth Mauls. I have, do I have a Darth Maul? I do not. So I need 1 Darth Maul, and I really don't care which one is which, but that is kind of where I am with the collecting. I would like to get one of the figures from each for the Star Wars Episode 1. So that's that book. If you're a Star Wars person, I'm sure there's a newer edition. Have at it. It'll be fun. So next up, I don't have this one either. This is one that I needed. The Destroyer Droid. What an army builder, and what fun that it would be. Now, one of the cool things on the back of this, I always loved this Star Wars packaging on the back because it showed just figures. A lot of the times it would be kind of a doctored up, or other figures are. They're just kind of photoshopped in with very little things going on. Kind of neat, kind of not. Maybe, I don't know. But we are 4 for 4. That's 4 of the Episode 1 figures that I needed. That is awesome. I'm going to put my book right back. There are a few, let's see. 1, 2, we're going to set these aside over here. There are a few Masters of the Universe toys in there. Let's just package that thing up, shoot it away, and let's open our second box. I do think this guy lost his butt on shipping because of how he boxed it. I think this is the 5th or 6th like priority box I got, and these things didn't weigh that much. He could have got it all into one. I think this is going to be almost all Episode 1 stuff, so let's have a peek here. Episode 1, or at least it's Star Wars stuff. It may not even be Episode 1 stuff. Yeah, I think it's almost all Episode 1 stuff, so let's just go through this before we hit the Masters of the Universe stuff. All right. I do believe this is a repeat for me. Yeah. So I'll have to see which one of the cards is better. This one. But we got Mace Windu. Can't go wrong with a Mace Windu. I do think it's interesting that in this, that he has a blue lightsaber, to where later on in the movies it becomes purple. I don't think you see Mace Windu pull a lightsaber out during Episode 1, but that's an extra. We'll throw the extra over there. I hope. This was kind of the thing about this collection, is I couldn't pick and choose. It was an all or none purchase, and I did get several. I think this is a repeat too. No, it's not, but I've got one of these, so now I've got 2 Obi-Wans. So this could be the road to collection, to a completeness. So there's Obi-Wan without Jedi robes. It's just him kind of ready to battle. It's neat. Actually, I kind of prefer this one to the one that I have, but I'm not going to get rid of it. We're just going to put it back there. We'll hang them up here shortly. Let's see what is next. Oh, I lied. There is a Motu figure down there. This is one. This one is a different sculpt, but I will purchase a lot of these just because I think one day I'm going to open this collection and kind of display them as an Episode 1 and Episode 2, and I would really like to do that, is display them in the order that they come. For now, I'm going to keep them on the card. I know they're not very valuable, but I do think having army builders of the droids will be cool. I don't care if it's, I think the one I have is with blaster rifle. He's kind of darker tan. This one is, it's the same figure. The other one's just like sandier, and this one is kind of creamier, if that makes any sense to you. But can't go wrong with having Having multiple battle droids. Can't go wrong with that. Especially when you're going to display them outside of the box. This is just, I didn't want this at all. Like I said, this is the one problem where you get all or nothing. I got a Naboo accessory kit. So looks like there is, let's see if it tells me what's in here. Backpack, grappling hook, a wrap hook, and a cloak, 2 blaster rifles, a lightsaber, and a lightsaber holder. Well, that's kind of cool. I mean, I will say this, and it'll be interesting to see. That is a cloth Jedi robe. I may open this, and with one of my extras of the Jedi, kind of see how the cloth Jedi robe is compared to that, because that may be something, again, later on in life when you're accessorizing. But these accessory packs, I think they were just a waste when I was a kid. I never really got into it. But looking at it as an adult to where I can, like in my brain, I'm kind of thinking, that would look good displayed. As a kid, it's really just, if you lost your green lightsaber, you've got to buy this whole package just to replace Qui-Gon's lightsaber, which it is what it is. Came with the lot. So, all right, this is, no way, this is, all right, I think I got another, oh yeah, okay. So this one is Odi Mandrell with the OTOGA 222 pit droid. Just a random old little pod racer, but you got to have the pod racers. I tried to put, the same seller had a lot of the vehicles and the starships, and I tried to get that in the bundle, and I need to do more research. I just kind of thought that it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but apparently those are expensive, which I didn't really realize. So that is all of the episode 1 stuff. Let me make sure. Yeah. So to put that into kind of a perspective here, the cool thing. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 new figures to add up onto the wall, which is cool. And let's see if we can see the wall up here. That's kind of the Star Wars wall. I'm just hanging them. I chose this for the X-Men Toy Biz wall because I think they look cooler back there in the thing, in the pictures, in the frame, if you will. So let's take a peek. I only got 3 Masters of the Universe figures. I thought there were more. Let's first of all, they are back here. Let me grab these real quick because I want to kind of see if I have them or if I don't. So let's take a peek back here in the cubby hole. Yeah, there we go. All right, so here's my Motu box. I have not found a place to store them yet. So there's my Masters of the Universe box that I'm just keeping everything in. So let's see if we got 3 different ones that we needed, which is kind of cool. Again, I'm not going out of my way to be a completist of the Masters of the Universe stuff to where if I get every accessory or anything like that, I would like to have one of every figure just because this was one of my favorite toy lines when I was a kid. So, opening this one up, we've got a Merman. All right. So that is not the original sword that I remember to where it's translucent. So that is not an original sword. And as I just said that, I really don't care. Because I am also not going to be spending $50 on Merman Complete. It's $10 less. I think that's what Merman's worth. Some of them obviously are worth the price. But to have Merman with his chest piece, he could just be sitting there like that, just with his chest piece and I like the little bow tie thing there. That's kind of cool. So we didn't have Merman. We add Merman to the collection, which is awesome. I don't think I know there is no. These are all pretty common. But to start the collection, you got to start somewhere, right? And so next, we're on to a good guy. I don't have a lot of good guys. All right, let's see Cyclone. Cyclone came with his shield. And the thing that I wanted with Cyclone, oh, the smell, is I wanted his sticker. And I wanted it to kind of work. So let's see if he... Oh, yeah, he's coming at you. He's doing a good job. He was one of my favorite toys as a kid. I know he gets a lot of grief these days with the action, but Cyclone's looking good. That color scheme, I really dig it. I like it a lot. I like that the action works. He comes with his shield. Complete. I love it. So that's another one we can check off the list. I need a He-Man book. I like having a book to check the stuff off, to see where I am with it, if you will. And then, last but certainly not least, we got... Oh, good, it's not molded. We got Cobra Khan. No gun, no rifle, no blaster, but head action works, and you got to have Cobra Khan in your Motu collection, and I've got him, and I didn't have him, so that wasn't a repeat. So at this point, with the Masters of the Universe collection, we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18. We got almost 20 of the figures. So, I mean, that's to just start it. And again, back in the day when I was collecting heavy and I wasn't into this, when I got out of it, I should say, I was always into it. But I had every one of these, and I had almost all of them carded as well. So to get them now and to get them this way, the nostalgia is starting to hit my heart again of how much they really are meaningful to me as an adult collector, going back. And I mean, just looking at Leech, for instance, getting a Leech figure to most collectors isn't that big of a deal, but just to hold it again and see it, it brings it back, and that's why I do it, and that's why I'm getting them back again. I had, so kind of the update. So we're knocking out episode 1 of the Star Wars figures. That's kind of where I'm heading towards that. The bad thing is there's so much good stuff coming out that's new. It's hard to keep up with buying this stuff and the new stuff that's coming out. There's a lot of cool wrestling figures coming out. There's a lot of cool Motu stuff coming out. There's just stuff coming out all the time, which when you're on the budget is kind of a hard thing to do and to just keep up with. So I think I'm going to focus totally on the episode 1 Star Wars, get it done, get the wall filled up. Then I've got to decide if I'm opening or not opening, which will be a whole thing. If we do open it, I'll open them all live and go through them and kind of do an episode 1 review. Once I get my checklist out on my book, I'm glad I got my book. And then we'll kind of go through Motu, the vintage stuff. I mean, and in my brain, almost every day I look on eBay and I'm looking at mask. I would love to get all the mask stuff again. Once again, I had it all at one point, and we just sold it to get out of debt, and it worked. But now that we're in a good place to where we have some stuff to go back and get it, that's kind of where we are. But I also, weirdly enough, have a whole box of Power of the Force stuff, Power of the Force and Power of the Jedi items. So weirdly enough, these and the episode 1 stuff kind of come together hand in hand, and it's real hard to get one and not the other. So that's kind of where I am with it. Happy Sunday to everybody. For all you football sports goers, go team, go sports. I hope you have a good football day. Thanks for joining me. I am Jeremy. Wheelbreaker 41 is what I used to be called when I did this. Now I'm just too lazy and I just call myself Jeremy. Hope everybody has a great Sunday. Leave a comment. If you hit the thumbs up, that would be great. If you collect these, that would also be awesome. But if not, have a great Sunday. Enjoy your day. Peace out, home skillets.